Welcome to the OBG Discord tournament for Medieval 2 Total War, and today we have Katragon, I think it's Katragon, what is it? Katragon versus TigerStar, and TigerStar here is playing as Spain in yellow. I know Katragon, well, not on a personal level, but he has competed in tournaments before, and I believe he did win one of them as well. A very skilled player. To the best of my knowledge, I don't know if I've seen TigerStar play before, but I do know both of these are top tier players. It is a best of 3. Map 1 is about to begin. Who's gonna win it? Let's find out. And what is the white faction here? What is he playing as? Sicily is great. It's got to be Portugal. Yeah, I think it'll be Portugal. Spain versus Portugal, the battle for Iberia. And here we go. Let's see, so, what is it, Katragon or Katragan? It's Katragon. Okay, good. Interesting move by the Spanish player here, TigerStar. He's not covering the entire map, he's going on a long flank round this way, which I did not expect. Interesting. Now this does to some extent surrender his positioning a bit, although he does get the better flank, because now Katragon, he's going to have a lot of infantry up here. He's going to have that slight high ground advantage on a lot of these units. Or maybe not. Maybe not if TigerStar just blocks this off with pipes. Nice move by TigerStar here, and he's got the flank as well. This is definitely going to catch Katragon off guard, I believe. Travelling in loose formation here with the Conquistadors to block any arrow shots. And the cavalry are charging for Portugal. Spain pulls back. Pulling back to safety, and they do survive that. Oh, never mind, they do get caught on the side there. That's not good for Spain, getting caught in the back. This Portuguese unit pulled... Oh, they were chasing another one. Now they've been caught on the flank, and now Portugal, suddenly, in a sticky spot here, as they do seem to be outnumbered and getting flanked from many sides by the cavalry. The dismounted Conquistadors coming in to block off the flanking route. They've got some units here as well engaging the Portuguese dismounted knights. And meanwhile they've got their front held here. Beautiful looking with their crossbowmen, and Portugal's not making the move for it. They're playing it very defensive right now. Very pike and shot warfare. Well, without the shot because gunpowder is banned, but you get the idea. They've got pikemen at least. Pike and bolt, I think is a better phrase. Yeah, so the cavalry engagement, I don't think it went that well for Portugal. Yeah, we are spectating right now as Spain, and yeah, he's already killed 25% of Katragon's army, losing 15%. So the opening here has gone very, very well for the Spanish player, TigerStar. Well done to him. He's throwing more infantry here, and he's just holding this part down. He's not using the high ground to play the king of the hill. He's focusing more on the flanks, and I don't think Katragon expected that. Yeah, this is what I mean when I said in the last battle, these maps here are new for these players. They've got a lot to figure out, so it's going to be interesting to see how the strategies progress as the tournament unfolds, and Portugal breaking in the centre here. Their pikemen, their dismounted Conquistador pikemen, are not able to stand up against the Spanish tercio pikemen, and another one's broken, and another one's about to break, and just like that, the centre has collapsed completely for Portugal here. Spain in a good spot. They seem to be on the stronger side on this side of the battle as well, although they do have a cav unit to deal with, and on this side, ooh, they are struggling a bit, but Spain now has the high ground in the centre, or at least more troops up here to hold that control. But that being said, the Spanish general is dead. That is not going to be good for TigerStar. Well done, Katragon, for killing that general. Again, both top tier players, so none of these early setbacks are gonna worry them, I don't think. They're gonna be fully cool, calm and collected here. And yeah, breaking the chivalric knights with that cav charge, but they've still got to do something about all of these crossbowmen and pikemen up on the mound here. Having some cav charges in and out over here. This is where they lost their general, but it looks like they will eventually break this unit here. Surely there can't be much more to do. One more charge on them should surely do it. Okay, maybe they're not going to charge in there yet, just toying with them right now. Going for the pikemen instead. Trying to get them in the flank there, but they do mostly charge from the front. Not a good move for Spain, I don't think. Yeah, losing pikemen and losing cavalry against those pikemen. Not what I would do. But Spain, he's still got this wall in the centre here that Portugal will probably never be able to break through. Portugal, if they're going to destroy this, they need to start manoeuvring on the flanks now, but they will be pushing up against high ground if they do. Which is why I like the mound map. You really have to focus on pushing early into the centre. I love it. It makes it so much faster. If this was just grassy flatlands, no one would have died yet. They would still be just manoeuvring into position. But this really forces them to go from the get-go. Portugal losing a unit there. Portugal losing another unit. They've still got a lot of troops here. They've got some cavalry trying to kill the crossbows here, doing a good job at it. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think the cavalry will eventually get cut down. There's only 15 of them. I don't know if it's enough to take out all of those crossbows. And even if they do, Portugal is outnumbered. And yeah, well done, Tiger Shark here. He's lost 70% of his army, but he's killed 82%, 83%. And still counting up. Well done to Tiger Shark here. Playing a wonderful Spain. Nice use of pikemen with crossbow support. I really liked that one. And Portugal, he tried, but I think he was caught off guard by that opener. I don't think he expected that. And you could see his army stretched the entire mound length. Suddenly, he was caught on the flank. But that's just a part of learning the map for these players. There is no set meta yet, they have to figure it out. And that's what I like. I think we need to do, if we do other tournaments like this, doesn't matter the game, I think we need custom maps like this. Just to really spice it up a bit. Where players don't really know what's going on. I think that extra layer of confusion does add a lot of entertainment, and with that the Portuguese general is dead and I think this is officially over. But don't worry, it's a best of 3. We've got one more battle to come. Or 2 more battles to come, sorry. Maybe 1 if Tiger Shark wins, but 2 if Katragon wins, as they'll need to play the 3rd place playoff match. And yeah, it's all done for Portugal. Well done Tiger Shark, well done going up 1-0 at the start of this event. Well done Tiger Shark, and well done Katragon of course as well. 1,417 kills. Yeah, again it was a very close one, we keep seeing this. Lots of very close battles. Any unit shining, the Conquistadors doing well. Yeah, shame we can only see the stats for Spain here. The player we spectate as. They're fighting in the sea in 1525, interesting. Can't see much water personally. Only bringing 3 crossbows. Yeah, I wonder how long into this tournament we're going to be seeing missile units for. I won't be surprised if eventually players just start cutting them out of their armies and start going more infantry, because when it's so fast paced, there's definitely a bigger value on infantry and cavalry rather than range units. So maybe by the time we get to the finals we might not see any, or who knows what strategies they're going to invent by that time. Anyway, on to the second battle. And here we are, Tiger Shark is now playing as the Holy Roman Empire in black, and I'm assuming this map here for Katragon is going to be Venice. I love this map. Ooh, we've got a longer battle this time. Interesting, wonder why that's going to be. Right, so they've got their pikemen. They're still setting up their formation here. Has he abandoned crossbows? No, he's still going for the crossbows, but he still do see a value in missile units. And maybe that will last. I could be talking nonsense. He's not going to do the same strategy again, is he? Surely not. This one's different. We've got an extra hill in the centre, so you can either play it with a double rush, as in charging straight for this high ground, and if you can hold this with your crossbowmen, your pikemen and everything else, and cover the flanks with your cavalry, you're set to win the game. It's going to be very difficult to break up here and take out this mound, especially when the crossbows are here as well, shooting down constantly. But what the player could do is, they could justify starting a little further back, setting their crossbows up here, and then the moment the enemy pops into view here, then they fire, then they get a load of free kills. So there's a real debate between aggressive or defensive on a map like this. We've seen one already where the more defensive play actually worked, but I do think an offensive play can also be very valuable. We'll see what they go for here. Either way, it seems he's focusing on the flank. Venice is also focusing on the flank, bringing in a... how do I pronounce this? We'll just call it a standard. One of those bell thingies. A standard. That's to boost morale of troops, which I think is a good play. So this is usually in battles that players want to last a bit longer, I think. Again, they forgot to set the battle timer, but that's okay. It really doesn't matter. As long as they complete it within 30 minutes. It's battle timer is just to stop people corner camping, really. Interesting, we haven't seen any missile cavalry as well. Like any archer cavalry of any kind. I don't think they're that good on these types of maps. So I think it makes sense why you would cut them. And interesting, so they're not fighting necessarily for the centre here. They're both setting up on the side, and then they're going to push down the middle. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I like about these maps. There's different ways to play them. Yeah, it forces players to engage early, but there's different ways to play it, and we're going to see so much creativity throughout this tournament. Different strategies though here. Katragon focusing a bit more on the high ground, TigerStar focusing a bit more on the flanks. Personally, I like Katragon's strategy a bit better. I think you have to take advantage of the high ground, but who knows. If TigerStar wins this, he goes on through to fight Penguin, I believe. If he loses, we get the third game, the playoff. And I've not shown you the playoff map yet, but I do really like the playoff map. So stay tuned if we ever see one of them. I think we can speed it up here. Yeah, so this is the problem with grassy flatlands. Usually grassy flatlands maps end up like this. This is what I'm trying to avoid. But it's like this for about 30 minutes as players just get into position. What we would probably have to do then is probably make the mound a bit smaller, just to, squeeze players in a little closer together. And that encourages more aggressive behaviour. What is this flank here by Venice? I don't know, but I like it. The light cavalry here, the fastest unit in the game, I believe, the Venetian Stratiots. A very fast light cav unit. Very good for taking out crossbows, but I don't know what they're going to use them for. I've got to deal with pikemen, you've got to deal with heavy cavalry. Katragon, I don't know what you're going to do here with these. Especially when it's not that missile heavy map, or not that missile essential, I should say. They're pushing the standard forwards. The power of the church bell. I don't know what the plan here is. They're charging forwards with the infantry. They've dropped it off here, so that's going to provide a morale boost for Venice, which is very good. I think they're going to need it for a map like this, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. The fact that we've not seen it yet makes me think it might not be. Oh, here we go. The cavalry's coming through. They've done a charge for pikemen in the back. Oh no, TigerStar, how did you not respond to that in time? Right, Venice, get your troops out of there. They're turning round. They should have turned round a lot sooner there. But unfortunately, TigerStar not paying attention. His cavalry comes in though. Yeah, it was probably focused more on the standard units here. I just love how smooth this looks as well. Pike did such a good job here. Wow, I like it. And now this Stratiot unit is going to have to retreat. They will probably make it to safety, because it is just so much faster than the heavy cavalry. They will probably be fine. Meanwhile, the pike formation here for the HRE, trying to hold their ground. They've got their crossbows up here as well. They've taken a lot of hits. What are the percentages looking like? Oh wow, TigerStar losing 14% of his men, only killing 6%. Can Katragon here take this to a game 3? Can we see the game 3 map? There's still a lot there's still a lot of time left to go there. And it's like these kills overall pretty much nothing, but still it's ticking in favour of Katragon. The cavalry comes through as well, not good for TigerStar. Losing his crossbowman like this, so unnecessary. The pikemen are coming, more pikemen on the way to try and cover and support the crossbows from the cavalry charges. A lot of troops on this flank this time rather than the left hand side. Interesting. Venice I think needs to push forwards a bit, or at least get in position. Ideally somewhere a little closer to the wagon for that morale boost. Their cavalry's coming down this way now. There's a lot of dismounted knights here pushing on the side as well. And now pulling back to the hill, so Katragon's really focusing on the high ground here. He wants to use this high ground advantage in his favour. But high ground advantage means nothing when you don't even get a charge in. That's what you actually need, a good charge. Still the high ground really negated the HRE charge, so there is definitely an advantage there. He's going in with more troops just throwing everything in onto this side. Venice trying to hold the front. I don't know if you really need that many men here. It's like there's not that many HRE troops here. They're all coming this way. You don't need these pikemen here, I don't think. I think one of them can start coming down this way to help out here, deal with that cavalry push. It's an absolute slaughter over here. Balance of power heavily in favour of Katragon now. He has killed 32%, TigerStar has only killed 20%. Well done to Katragon. I think he's got this. This is looking really good for Venice here. And he's also fighting these pikemen in the back as well, but he does have to deal with that high ground. I wonder if the second layer of high ground will come into play. The HRE gets through though with this cav unit. What are they going to go for? They could get a good big flanking charge here with a bit of high ground support maybe. No, pretty much on flat ground. Fighting on top of the mound. The HRE though, putting up a really good fight here. The Venetian numbers appear to be thinning, just like my bald spot. And Venice is struggling here, they've got a crossbow unit mounting. TigerStar catching up, but he's still behind in kills. But positioning does play a big role in these types of battles. Venice pulling back again. Is the standard not enough? It's not enough. Venice is completely routing here. Despite Katragon getting the kills, he doesn't get the morale. And now he's being flanked on this side as well with other units retreating. It's all about to fall apart for Venice. He's having to throw the cavalry in to try and do something, to try and maintain some sense of morale and order to his troops. He's got other cavalry units coming round this way. But the HRE are just holding on, and Venice is in rout mode right now. Not where they want to be. More reinforcements coming in here, so that Venetian cav charge, they lost their cavalry, but I do think they saved their infantry here for the time being. But I don't know how long for. More HRE units coming in. They might break. Well done TigerStar to really pull this battle back, but he is still behind in kills. Is that the general? That's the general, down to the final one. The general himself for Venice. Cannot see where the HRE general is, but they're chasing him down, they're trying to get to him, alright, they've left him alone. But the general pulling away like that, that's just going to hurt the Venetian morale even more. So the general does need to pull away at this point. The Venetians here fighting to the death, not where you want them. And they're trying to hold this extra mound here, the second layer, with their pikemen and their crossbows. I think they're getting good kills in with the crossbows. But this is one of the reasons why it's good to play defensive, because these crossbows here don't actually have a good shot. They have to fire over the mound, which affects their shot by quite a bit, rather than firing straight forwards. Yeah, it's a weird map, this one, from what I've heard players say, but I do think it opens up a lot of different strategies, a lot of different options. And the HRE is just dominating over here now. They've routed all of the Venetians, their flanking push did work out, even though they were fighting more on the lower ground. Actually, if you look at these bodies here, they were fighting more on the flat ground. Venice didn't take enough advantage, I don't think, of the high ground formations that they could have got. It's like here, okay, they did it here, but here, too much fighting on the flat ground. Still, Tiger Shark has lost more men percentage-wise, but he has the morale, and now he's about to get the positioning as well, because Venice is a complete mess. Their generals over here, their troops are routing, they've got troops dotted around everywhere, but there's no clear formation here. If Katragon wins this, we go to a game 3, but if Tiger Shark has actually been able to pull it back, that's going to be it, and Tiger Shark will move through onto the next battle. I think he might have it, you know. What can Venice do? They've got some crossbows left, but they're fighting pretty much in melee now. They've got pikemen here, but they don't even have the high ground at this point, and they're being flanked, and they're just stood there because there's nothing else they can really do. Just shimmy a lot, just shimmying along to the right. There we go, we got the words out. And now the HME is in the perfect position here to flank them again from the other side. They're having to form into some square now. Don't know what they plan to do there. Venice, yeah, now it's starting to work a little bit for them. Now they're fighting on the second layer and actually using the high ground to their advantage. But I don't know if it's enough. Is it too little too late? And yeah, too little too late. The Venetian general finally gets taken down by a crossbow bolt from the HME, and now both sides have killed 84% of the other. Tiger Shark has caught up. He's got the morale advantage, he's got the positioning, he's got more troops on the battlefield, he's got the high ground advantage, he's got everything right now. Well done to Tiger Shark here, I think he's won it. Another Venetian gone, another gone, and another's about to go. Well done Tiger Shark, what a great win. I think we can 6 times speed it now. Well done to him, well played. And I do love that map, going up 2-0 and he'll be fighting Penguin in the next battle. Hopefully we do eventually see a game 3, because I do want to see how that map plays out. Interesting though, Katragon actually got more kills here, and men deployed were fairly even. It was mostly the morale, I think, that must have won it there for Tiger Shark. Yeah, cutting down most of them whilst they were fleeing. Let's see the stats here. The Teutonic Knight's not doing well, the General's not doing well, but the pikemen were getting a lot of kills. Crossbowmen doing well. Maybe don't cut the crossbowmen out then. They do seem to get kills at least. Yeah, well done Tiger Shark, and well done to Katragon as well for making it close and getting the most amount of kills, but sadly Katragon is out and Tiger Shark moves on through. Check out the OBG Discord, linked down below, to take part in future events yourself. Thank you for watching.